Hello Techies, welcome back to our channel UiPath by Sujita. In this video, we are going to learn about the breakpoints. We have covered many concepts related to debugging techniques, debugging actions available in the debug ribbon and all, right? Debugging panels and all. Now, the most important, the most critical action which is really needed while you debug your automation process is nothing but the breakpoints. So keeping beginners in mind, because if they are not aware of the breakpoints, why we use this and all, it's of no use, right? So I'll start from the beginning. Okay, so breakpoints, as the name differs, what are these breakpoints? Why we use these breakpoints? What exactly we are talking about now, right? Before going deep into that, I would request you to please do subscribe our channel, and if you like the videos, please give a like and share with your friends and colleagues too. Also, if you have any feedback or suggestions, please give me through the comment section so that I'll take it as a valuable feedback in order to grow our channel. Okay. Now let us go into this breakpoints. As the name refers, it says break point, the point where you are breaking something. What is that something? So while you debug your automation process, why to debug? To fine tune your process, right? To find the bug which is there in the code. So we use debugging to find out the bug. That is called debug. So when you are going to debug your automation process, the automated process, you need to pause the execution. You need to pause the debugger in a certain point where you can find the bug or where you want to analyze something, right? Whether it is giving the apt or expected result or not. So to analyze that, it is not like simply it is running on background and you keep on guessing something, right? Whether it is giving the correct results or not. That is not the case. Whereas debug, it will step by step, it will give you, it will prompt all the expected results so that you can analyze, and which helps you to find the bug in the code in order to fix it. So in that mechanism, in that journey, you need to pause your debugger at one point. That is nothing but breakpoints. So you are using these breakpoints to pause the executor while you debug your automated process. So clear? This is going to be your breakpoint, right? Now let me show you how this breakpoints looks like. And before that, I request you to please open your notepad or notebook and pen. Please take a note in high level, at least few key points, so that you'll never forget the concept, and when time comes, you can refer it and you can get the fruit of it, right? So no need to refer the videos again and again. So it will permanently store in your primary memory. So that's my suggestion. So let's move on. So how to create breakpoint? So now that you got what is breakpoints, right? Now how to create the breakpoints? There are many ways, multiple ways, not many, there are multiple ways to create breakpoints. I'll show you how to do that. Before that, let us move on to the studio, and I would suggest you to please open your studio and refer whatever I'm showing it here, so that it will be easy for you to remember. Okay, so now when we open our studio, there we could see at top left corner home, design and debug, right? By default you might be on the design panel, design ribbon. Now please click on the debug, so that you could see multiple debug options, action buttons here. Breakpoints is one among them. You could see this one, right? Breakpoints, right? So the shortcut to create breakpoint is F9. So this, using function key F9, we can create a breakpoint. Creating a breakpoint. What does this mean, Sujita? Is it something to, is that you are going to create a separate flow or a sequence or a project? You may get this question if you are very new to this, right? No. As I said, we are going to pause the executor. That means I have an automated process already which is there and I want to debug it. When I'm going to debug my automated process, when I want to create, when I want to pause it at one particular point of time, I need to instruct the executor where to stop or where to pause the execution. That is nothing but the breakpoint. So I am going to create the breakpoints to instruct our debugger, right? So how to create these breakpoints? One is function key F9. Let me make a note of this. So one is using F9, right? And let us see one more. Go back to this. One more is just click on this. Okay, since that, okay, let me remove this and this as well. Okay, so I just want to have a breakpoint at input dialog box. Okay, so now I have just selected this activity and I am going to click on this breakpoint. You could see this red icon, right? Some red symbol here. So this is nothing but your breakpoint. It is giving a signal saying stop, pause the executor, right? Now, when I click one more time on the same one, it became something blank, right? Some change is there in this signal. What does this mean? It is disabled breakpoint. Okay. Now, one more time if you click, it is completely removed. So, three things. First time it is getting created, second time it is getting disabled, and third time it is getting removed. Okay. Now, let me show you one more way to create a breakpoint. Just scroll down and show it on any other. See, in find element, I just want to have one breakpoint. After selecting this activity, when you right click on this, you could see the context menu, right? So here there is an option called toggle breakpoint. Just click on this. See, this is how you can create breakpoints. So this is one way using the context menu by right clicking, and the other way is from the debug ribbon. Okay, so let us make a note of this. From debug ribbon, breakpoint. Next, from context menu, right click the activity. Okay, here you have toggle breakpoint option. So these are the ways where you can create different breakpoints. And how many actions are there in the breakpoint? We have one is directly the red one, I mean to say the red signal, which is like enabled breakpoint which is enabled. And one more thing is breakpoint that is disabled. And then even if you click it again, what it is happening, it is getting removed, right? Yes. Now let me show you how this works. So for that I have an automated process where we have already discussed about this in our previous videos. So I just automated one process where it will take the input from the user and asking for a city, and for that city it is using Google to check for the weather, today's weather in that city. Okay, so here I have created two breakpoints. Now let us see how it works, how this breakpoint really pauses the executor, pauses the debugger. So I am going to debug the file. Okay, Perfect. Yes. Let me debug the file. So it's compiling the activities. That means it is checking, it is moving to machine code. Okay. So now if you could see, it is, the screen is completely in debug mode now, and if you could see here, it is changed to continue, and the executor, this blue ribbon, is around the first activity which has the breakpoint, right? That means it got paused. When I say continue, it will continue, or when I can use step into, step over, or step out actions on this. So this is how the executor will get paused when it finds a breakpoint on the activity, right? Now where we have another breakpoint, it is here. So till that point, it will, when I say continue, it will continue debugging each and every activity until it reaches the another breakpoint. Let us see this. Okay, I am clicking on continue. Let us see how it is behaving. So see, it is prompting me to take the city name from the user. Which city, whether you want to know. I would say Bangalore. Now it is going to open a Google Chrome. Yes. Now it is going to type. Okay, see, since that it is, see here, let me go back. So it has come till find element img. Fine. So this is how the breakpoint helps us. Okay. So it has executed all the activities between until it finds a breakpoint. Okay. Perfect. Now I want to explain you something else here. Okay. See here, we have a panel called Breakpoints panel, right? While your screen is in debug mode, you could find a new panel, that is Breakpoints panel, a separate dedicated panel for breakpoints. Here you could see all the breakpoints which are available in this particular automation. Since that we have 2 breakpoints so far, it has been collected, the same been displayed here. And one more important thing here is we have 1, 2 and 3 options here along with this delete the selected breakpoints. So suppose I select this first one or second one, this been enabled. So it is asking me whether to delete the selected breakpoints. It is not deleting the activity, rather it is deleting the breakpoints. Just concentrate on this. When I say delete the breakpoint, this been removed, right? Yes. Now let me use the breakpoint again. So it came, right? So now this is delete all breakpoints, to remove all the breakpoints. Let me click this. It is asking me delete all breakpoints. Yes. So everything been gone. Now let me have a breakpoint again, like 2 breakpoints. Now the other one, what it says, it is enable all the breakpoints. Since that it is already enabled, let us use this disable option. Disable all the breakpoints. Exactly, all been disabled. See, now again we can enable all at a time. Now you can double click this so that it will get focus. See, right click on this, we have some multiple options here. There is focus. Okay, when I say focus on this, this is getting focused. Let me go to this and I'll say focus. See, just scroll down. This been focused. Where is do sequence? Okay, sorry, this one, right? And there are multiple options here. Say disable, or there are settings part we'll cover later. So this is the importance, where we can see all the breakpoints at a time, and we'll come to know where exactly the breakpoints are, and where say suppose let me show you the importance first. So I'm enabling this. So now when I say stop, let me give you a clear idea on this. And I'm going to have one more breakpoint here in this right line. Let me show you one more demo here. So I'm starting the debugging so that I could see the breakpoints panel here, which has 3 different breakpoints, right? So now before clicking on continue, I can make sure which is my next breakpoint here. I could see this is my next breakpoint, right? So that way I can go with using this breakpoints, okay? Right. So I hope you got a clear understanding about the breakpoints and all. So this is going to be your, very helpful tool or very helpful action item in action button in UiPath Studio to enhance your debugging experience. So if you like this video, please share with your friends and colleagues, and please do subscribe the channel if you have not yet done. Thank you so much for the support so far. Meet you through our next videos. Bye bye. Till then, keep watching our videos and keep learning. Happy automating. Bye bye.